This is Sports Drive.
Welcome back into Sports Drive. Once again, I'm your host, Preston Moore. Mentioned earlier in the show, we would be talking a little bit of Amarillo College baseball. Obviously, baseball season approaching very quickly for the Badgers. We'll have all of their home games streaming on tpsnsports.com and newschannel10.com. That's breaking news out of the last couple days. We'll talk a little bit about that later in the show. Tomorrow on the show, we'll talk about it at length, but joining me now live to talk about the Badgers season is freshman pitcher from Plainview, Isaac Garza. Isaac, thank you for joining the show. How are you doing today?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Excited to talk a little Badgers baseball with you. Now, this is obviously your freshman year, but you had quite the career at Plainview as a pitcher. Talk to me a little bit about what led to the choice to come to Amarillo College and play for the Badgers and stay close to home.
Well, first of all, Hodgetown is a great stadium, And ever since it was made, I wanted to play there. And when I came on my visit, it was just a for sure thing, and I got to see the campus. It was under a lot of construction, but I just believed in it fully. And then Coach Cobb, Coach Raines, and those were the first two guys that I met, and they were just awesome.
What was that like whenever you were being recruited and getting to see Hodgetown, obviously, and then the facilities, like you mentioned, under construction at the time, but, right now the First Bank Southwest Center looks great. It's all some of the newest facilities in that level when it comes to junior college baseball. What were those conversations like? Was there anything that Coach Raines or Coach Cobb said to you in particular that made you feel like this is the place I want to be?
Well, first off, Amarillo College was actually my first offer. They're the first people to take a chance on me, and it really meant a lot. Coach Raines reached out to me the very first before anyone else did, and it feels good to know that someone believes in you. And that was just it's just really in my heart that these guys believe in me, and I believe I can do something. And as far as the facilities go, yeah, they're amazing with the gym and everything, and weight rooms, just top-notch facilities.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you mentioned Hodgetown. Obviously, that's one of the coolest things I think about Amarillo College baseball is that the Badgers get to play at Hodgetown. And you get to play in a stadium that built for a AA baseball team. Obviously, with the Sod Poodles being in town. Have you played in Hodgetown before, or will this be your first time pitching or playing in Hodgetown?
This has been my first time. I never really got to in high school. Never got to get to a tournament here. But, yeah, this will be my first time. I'm really excited about it.
So talk to me about what that anticipation is like, being from the area, obviously. I'm also from Amarillo, and I know how big of a deal it was whenever Hodgetown was built, or also from the Panhandle, rather, sorry. But I know how big of a deal it was when Hodgetown was built and when the Sod Poodles came to town. Obviously, a lot of excitement. I'm sure it's something, like you mentioned, that you've wanted to do for a long time. And what does it feel like now knowing that you're going to get that opportunity not just once, but quite a lot of times?
Yeah, it's like a surreal moment, really humbling. I'm just very blessed to get the chance to be on that field.
When it comes to your time at Plainview, obviously, a lot of accolades. I don't really even know that I have time to list them all. District 3 5A MVP in 2023, 2023 5A Elite All-State Team, amongst many other accolades that you had in your time at Plainview. What do you think it was about Plainview that prepared you well to play at the next level now at Hodgetown with Amarillo College as a Badger?
I have to start off with Coach Gill. He took a chance on me when I was a freshman, put me on the big varsity, and ever since then, he just not really held my hand, but he pushed me to be better every single day. And then Coach Sarabia, he knew me from a long time. My dad coached with him, so when I was little, he's been working with me, and they helped me a lot. So basically, just the coaches believing in me helped me become a better player.
Absolutely. Well, I know obviously for any high school senior going to college, it's a very different transition from year to year than it was, going from sophomore to junior year or junior to senior year within high school. But especially for an athlete, there are things that change whenever you're entering a new program and leaving your old one. What does this off season look like for you in terms of conditioning, training, and what does the transition look like for you going from Plainview to Amarillo College?
Lots of running. That was something I wasn't really used to doing. I love the weight room. I lived in there, high school, so that wasn't something different to me. But the running part, yeah, that's what's different.
That is different. But that being said, when it comes to Amarillo College baseball, it's certainly something that is worth being excited for. It's something worth preparing for months, obviously. Is there anything in particular when you look ahead at this season that you're looking forward to the most? Obviously, I know you mentioned playing at Hodgetown is going to be quite a big deal.
Yeah, for sure. But, so we've been inter-squadding a lot, so playing against each other. So it'll just be really great to see what our guys can do up against other teams.
How do you feel about your new team? Obviously it's very different joining a new team, having new teammates, a new dynamic, new coaches, like you mentioned, Coach Raines, Coach Cobb. How do you feel about that new team and how you're meshing with the team and getting along with the team in terms of all of those things? Because there's a lot of off-the-field bonding and teamwork and practice that goes on that a lot of us don't see who are fans of the team. So how do you feel about the team right now ahead of the season?
I feel really good. From the first day that we showed up and threw bullpens, we all just gelled together. It didn't seem like it took time to really get to know each other. We just automatically accepted everyone, and it's really a brotherhood. So we don't have to worry about the chemistry there.
When you have that off-the-field chemistry and off-the-field bond, especially as a freshman in college, I would imagine that matters even more, undergoing all of the transition and everything that comes with going from high school to college. So what does it mean to you to have a team that is together and has that off-the-field bond? What does it mean to you to have that kind of a team for your freshman year?
Oh, it means a lot. Really, Gabe and Cam, the two returners, those are the guys that really just calmed my nerves, because I was really nervous coming into it, and those two returners really took me under their wing, helped me out the first couple of weeks, and that's how I really just became comfortable and I could be myself now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Isaac, I want to thank you for coming on the show. Really appreciate you making the time to come on. Amarillo College baseball starting up very soon. We're very excited for it here at News Channel 10, obviously. And Isaac, best of luck in your freshman year as an Amarillo College Badger.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We'll be right back with more Sports Drive right after this break.